Hi Virgo, this is going to be your guys' reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Please keep in mind that this is a general reading and this is not going to resonate for every single Virgo out there. Alright, you guys, if any of you are also interested in my candles, my friend's shop will be listed down below in the description box, Light Minded. She sells bath bombs, candles, and soaps. I also have my own line of candle. This is the Prosperity candle. It's kind of hard to show the label because I don't want obviously all of the wax to pour out. It's a beautiful candle. I absolutely love it. If any of you are interested, please check it out down below, as well as a promo code. If you spend $50 and up in purchase, it'll give you free shipping. So check it out, you guys. So let's get into it here, Virgo. So I'm going to be pulling one card from the Rider-Waite Tarot just to kind of get the general overall energy that my Virgos will be experiencing. And then we're going to break out a new tarot deck and then we'll go from there for the additional messages. So what is happening for my Virgos for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs? What is going on for my Virgos? Ooh. I only want one card, but I definitely feel like there's some things going on here for you. Ooh, we have the Page of Wands, and then at the bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Cups. Ooh, okay, first off, immediately, I am getting, okay, Virgo, you might be feeling overwhelmed at this time, especially because at the bottom of the deck, that's kind of the shadowy aspect. There could be a lot of options. Now, this is the funny thing, is I feel like some of my Virgos are going to be like rolling their eyes, like, what options? Maybe you feel like you don't have the options. Like, there's definitely something going on with your guys' energy right now. I almost want to kind of give you guys a hug, because I feel like my Virgos have had disappointment after disappointment after disappointment, and I almost want to cry. Like, I feel like this energy that you guys need to let go of. Now, with that Page of Wands, what I am getting here is this sense of beaten, disappointed, like things are not working for you, feeling like, what's the point? Why should I even continue? And then it's like, again, with that shadow aspect at the bottom of the deck, it's like with that Seven of Cups, too many options, too many things happening. There feels like for some of you guys, maybe you feel like you don't have options, because there's something here I don't think you guys are seeing clearly, Virgo. And you know, the truth is Virgos are, every Virgo that I have ever met is really practical in a lot of ways. But you guys are also like, I don't think Virgos get enough credit for how really intelligent they are. And I think it's because a lot of Virgos bite their tongue. Like, they don't talk to very many people about certain things. Like, I think, you know, Virgos are pretty secretive, actually, in a lot of ways. And what I'm seeing here, Virgo, is that maybe you're not really talking to people about this. And if you are, you're not really telling them the full feelings that you're experiencing. But I just kind of get this impression that maybe you feel like you might not have a lot of options in love, or you might not have a lot of options in career, or there's something here about you feel like you don't have options, but you actually do, because there's something that you're like either not noticing. Because here's the thing that's kind of interesting, right, is we have the ability to make choices and changes in our life, and I feel like we're not consciously aware of that 90% of the time. So when we are coming across situations, we are like, oh, I have one or the other. Like, we always kind of narrow it down to like two options. But with you guys, it's like you guys have so many options around you, but you're just not noticing them yet. And I feel like for some of you, it's like some haven't showed up and others are like around you, but you're just not aware of these options. So for instance, let's say if it's love, let's say if you're a single Virgo, you might feel like, okay, nobody likes me, nobody wants me, I'm just all alone. But there's like 3 or 4 people that have crushes on you that maybe are afraid to come forward. And maybe you know 1 or 2 people like you, but maybe you're just not interested in them. You know, there's different things like that that's kind of coming up into your reality where you're just like, you think one way or you feel one way, but that's actually not the reality that you're in. And so there is this sense of you needing to kind of give yourself a little bit more compassion, give yourself a little bit more of a break, Virgo, because I feel like you guys are a little too critical of yourself. You're a little too focused on things that are not moving you forward. Now, this is kind of interesting. When it's in the reverse, he's looking to the left. And I feel like you guys are so fixated on something from your past. But if it's in the upright, then he'd be more focused on the future, right? Because it's in the reverse, maybe there's something here about you focusing something up, like there's some kind of disappointment about love or about career, or, you know, because for every Virgo, this is obviously going to be a different subject. But the premise of this is kind of still the same. The energy is kind of the same. You are looking at something from the past that was a big disappointment. But that past situation is not what's going to be happening in the future. So you focusing on the past is actually not doing you any good. But I'm also getting here that maybe because I'm almost feeling that you guys maybe learned your lesson, Virgo, but you're beating yourself up still from needing to learn that lesson, or you're still beating yourself up from, I can't believe I let somebody do this. I can't believe I did that or this. And it's like you're needing to learn to let go of the emotional charge that you feel about a particular subject or situation or person that could be kind of holding you back from actually moving forward into something that's better for you. Now, you guys have felt like you maybe have been in a dry spell because, again, the Page of Swords, well, I meant to say the Page of Wands is kind of like in this desert, right? And for some of you guys, maybe you feel like nothing has really changed. There's this sense of feeling frustrated about current circumstances, or feeling frustrated about something not going in the way that you wanted it to. So there is this need to really kind of give yourself a little bit more compassion, again, because I kind of feel like something's going to be coming into your awareness here, Virgo, that's going to really be shocking you. That's really going to be like, whoa, I didn't expect this to happen. I didn't think this was going to happen. And it's going to help you kind of move forward. It's going to help you kind of be able to put yourself into a better situation in the long run, right? So let's start pulling some actual other cards. So I'm actually excited. I've been telling this to actually every single video I've done. I'm just excited about it. But this is a video game. I don't know if anybody knows this. It's called Fallout. But I always, years ago, I was like, man, I really wish that Bethesda, the creator of Fallout or Skyrim, would have made a tarot deck. And they ended up actually making this deck, and I have been so excited. I mean, I bought the last one. Like, I just wanted to share this because I've just been so excited about it. But yeah, it's an awesome deck, and that's the one we're going to be using today. So I'm ecstatic about it. So let's get into it here, Virgo. What's going on for my Virgos for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs? What is it that you guys are not seeing? Why are you feeling this? It just feels like disappointment, and it also just feels like some of my Virgos maybe have lost a sense of passion, right? Maybe you want to find passion. You want to feel alive again, and that's kind of what I'm getting here, Virgo. You know, I think you guys, there is this feeling of maybe feeling kind of like tired, feeling like nothing is working out for you, feeling like you have, and again, with this 2 options, like you're like, oh, I only have 2 options, but that's actually not true. You have way more than 2 options, and it's like, I feel like I need one more card. There we go. One more card, and it came out. You guys are going to finally gain some kind of understanding here. Now, this is the thing that is crazy for me here. And at the bottom of the 8 of Muskets. So, Virgo, literally, the Wheel of Fortune is crowning the center of the reading, okay? I really do get this feeling here that you guys are going to finally understand something about yourself. Now, there's something here that you guys are missing, and I feel like it's missing a piece of who you are. Like maybe in the past, okay, let's give an example here. Let's say when you were a kid, you're like, oh, I love to sing or I love to dance, right? Let's say I love to dance. But maybe you've been discouraged so many times as a child, or people would make fun of you, or you just didn't get to where you wanted, to where you just felt like, oh, I need to just let that go. And you let go of that passion, you let go of that side of you that was really like happy and enthusiastic. And over the years, it's like just you maybe over the years, right? Because like the world wants to kind of jade us over time. And I feel like now here, Virgo, you reached a certain level of consciousness, you reached a certain level of understanding of your own self, that what's missing is that spark. What's missing is that passion. And so maybe you want to actually get back into dancing, right? As that example. Or maybe it's like you just wish that you had that passion back like you did when you danced. Maybe you don't want to dance anymore, but maybe you wish that you had that passion again. There's something here about you guys needing to there's almost something, this feels more like a self-discovery for you. It just feels like there's something here about, because something that it kind of came across here is I almost feel like you had to let go of something that you felt like was important to you. Maybe you had to let go of something that you thought you were going to be able to have for a really long time. This can be anything. This could be a partner, a job, whatever situation this is for you. This led to a huge disappointment in your life, and now you're like, I'm just ready for change. I'm kind of sick and tired of staying in the same situation, or I'm kind of sick and tired of feeling like my life is not exciting. It's like you guys need some kind of excitement here, Virgo. And it's like this wheel of fortune is finally coming in, but it's almost like it's finally going to come in, but it feels like it's been a very stagnant period for you. There's definitely something about just getting this sense of like not having what you need and feeling bored, it's almost just like, I don't know how else to really put it in a way. It's like, maybe you just kind of felt burdened or beaten down by the world. Maybe you just kind of felt like nothing is going to go in your favor. You feel like maybe you're stuck between a rock and a hard place, and you just kind of felt like you needed to work hard to get to where you needed to go. Like if you're like, oh, if I want this thing, I have to sacrifice. I have to do all this stuff. And maybe that kind of deterred you from wanting to move forward in your life, or for you to actually go out and do something. But it's almost like you don't have to, though. You don't have, like, here's the thing. Yes, sometimes we have to sacrifice time or energy or resources to get certain things. But instead of looking at it as a sacrifice, you need to look at it as an investment, right? I'm investing. It's almost like the way that you're perceiving this needs to be a different mind shift, because there's something about your guys' energy here that gives off this like, this has to be hard, or this has to be something that I need to work really, like this has to be kind of difficult. And instead, look at it from a different angle, like, okay, how can I improve? How can I make this fun? This doesn't need to be overwhelming. This doesn't have to be something that is a hard journey to have. And because I feel like there is definitely, you have the Wheel of Fortune in the center of the reading. There's definitely this abundance. There's definitely this reward that's coming in. And what I feel like is it's almost like an abundance of, because it kind of feels like self-recognition or self-understanding. Like, I almost feel like the Wheel of Fortune feels more not necessarily like a materialistic thing. It feels more like self-gratification. It's like doing something for the sake of doing it because you know that in the end of the day you enjoy doing it, and maybe you don't have to do it. It's like, because like I kind of got this, like some of my Virgos, you guys are really practical, right? So you do a lot of the things that you feel like you have to do, and maybe you guys need to, if there's something here about your inner child, right? Your inner child wants to play, it wants to have fun, it wants to do things, it wants to start something and do it just because it's fun. And maybe you guys were like, oh no, I don't want to waste my time on something if it's not practical. I don't want to waste my time on something if it's not going to make me money, or if it's not going to benefit me in the long run. But what you're not seeing here, Capricorn, sorry, I did Capricorn. Virgo, what you're not seeing here, Virgo, is that if you were to say do whatever this fun activity is, like you need to bring more fun into your life. You need to have more play in your life, because you guys, I feel like you've worked really hard. You've done a lot of different things. You need to start maneuvering around that. You need to start creating that for you. So because of this, you need to start doing things that's going to make you happy, because I feel like that's going to uplift your energy. That's going to start making you do better at work, better in relationships, better in all areas of your life, when you can learn to have a little bit more fun, when you can learn to actually let loose a little bit and do things that's going to, because even if you don't see a benefit in it right now, you never know, whatever this hobby or whatever this thing is could lead you down. Because for some of you guys, even if this doesn't make you money, even if this doesn't say do anything for you on a practical level, it's going to help you heal that inner child. It's going to help you loosen up a bit. It's going to help you guys kind of get out of this feeling stuck, feeling overwhelmed. Now, I do get the feeling here, Virgo, that you guys are going to be getting, the reason I don't think a lot of these opportunities are moving in your life, so let's say, for instance, okay, this is your work, and you put in a lot of work and dedication, you're starting to feel kind of bored, or you're starting to lack, like, this sense of, like, you're kind of developing apathy, right? Because you're just like, I'm going through the motions. It's like the same thing over and over again. But you need to break that routine. Because if you do something like, say, just going and coloring, right? Just coloring in a book, or reading, or going out and doing something fun, and doing that in every at least once a week or a couple of weeks, you're going to start noticing you're going to feel more relaxed, you're going to feel less anxious, you're going to feel less restrictive. And when you do that, all of a sudden your business is going to flow easier. Your friends are going to want to hang out with you more. Your lovers or your loved ones are going to want to be around you more, because you're going to be in a better mood. And it's almost like you have options and opportunities that's going to be coming in when you can learn to have more fun. You know, I know this sounds like counterproductive, right? But it's almost like the more fun you end up having, Virgo, the better opportunities, the more things that will come into your life. So it's almost like you're needing to kind of get more into that childish play again, needing to have more fun, needing to do things that's going to light you up. Because when you feel a little bit better or a little lighter, your energy, your vibration is going to rise, and it's going to give you those new opportunities. It's going to give you what you need. But maybe even at this moment, you might feel burnt out, you might feel tired, you might feel like, what's the point? There is this energy of just feeling disappointed, feeling like nothing's happening for you, feeling like nothing goes your way. And it's only because you guys, there's something in your life that needs to change. There's something about your routine that needs to change. There's something about the way you talk to yourself. And I feel like I said, earlier, there is a sense of you maybe being a little too hard on yourself, not giving yourself a lot of love, not giving yourself the attention that you need, not putting yourself first. And when you can finally start to have more fun, Virgo, when you can finally start to loosen up a little bit and do things, even if they don't look practical, even if you're like, I don't see how this is going to benefit me, it's just something that's going to be a waste of my time. It's like, it's not. It's going to be fun for you. You need to go out, you need to do something. Now, here's the thing. I'm not telling you guys to go take a class that's going to be so expensive that you can't afford it. But what I'm saying is don't be afraid to spend some money on things that you want to do that's going to be fun for you, that's reasonable for you. So, don't break your bank to go do something that's so spontaneous that you can't do it. But what I'm saying is be a little more spontaneous. Go out, do some stuff. Go do something that's going to break that routine that you have, because I feel like the routine that you set for yourself benefited you at one point, but you almost need to set a new routine for yourself, Virgo, because you're a different person. You are now on a different it's almost like you are on a different journey now. You've evolved to a different state, and now you need to start to break those habits or break that routine and implicate a different routine that's going to fit your lifestyle a lot better for you. So in order for you guys to actually get this abundance, or for you guys to get out of this rut, like this apathetic, oh, I'm just going through the motions, I'm really bored, this is just nothing's going on in my life, and then like maybe say like take a class, take a course, or go do something fun for yourself. You don't even have to spend money to go do something fun. There's different ways, like whatever piques your interest, follow that, go for that, try that, because I feel like for some of you guys there's something here that needs to be broken down or changed. It's almost like you need to rechange an old structure. You need to rechange the way that you do business or the way that you do certain things in order to see different results, in order for you to feel a lot better about yourself. Because the passion, the drive that you have is inside of you, but it's not getting tapped into. You're not experiencing it because the routines, the way you do things, the way you feel, it's kind of almost like it's suppressing you from actually unlocking that part of you again. And that's that inner child, right? That playfulness, that having fun, the doing what's gonna be best for you. And when you can finally do something that's going to be more fun for you, it's almost like then more money's going to come in, more things are going to go in for you, because you're going to be doing stuff that's going to be benefiting you and is going to be making you a lot happier. So just pick something, do something that you feel like is going to bring you a sense of joy, and stick with that and implicate that into your routine, and you're going to start seeing things really changing and shifting in your life, Virgo. So that's what I have for you guys. I really hope that this helps you, especially because I understand this feeling all too well. I understand what it's like to feel apathetic, or just to feel like nothing's going on in your life, to feel like you don't have that joy, that spark, that passion. But I'm telling you, Virgo, it's right there. It's just like you can easily reach over and touch it. You just have to have that faith. You have to have that trust in yourself and knowing that you're going to be able to get this. So that's what I have for you guys. I hope this resonates for you. Thank you so much. Have a great and wonderful day, Virgo. Thanks. Bye.